Welcome to the Daily News Football channel. The Red Devils have stayed away from the leadership seat they targeted at the beginning of the season this season. Moving in this direction, the members of the transfer committee rolled up their sleeves for the world-famous football player on the striker line. Before we move on to our breaking news, let's take a look at another transfer news of the day together. Let's start. It has been learned that Liverpool are in talks with Yunus Musa's managers for a possible transfer to Anfield. The Reds are in touch about a potential raid for the American midfielder like Chelsea and Arsenal. The 20-year-old has a release fee of €100 million and is reported to be ready to leave Valencia, which is in the relegation zone in La Liga and is in financial difficulty. Musa is one of the key figures of the USA team in the 2022 World Cup, making it to the last 16, filling 90 minutes of their 0-0 draw against England and making 100 appearances for his current club. Tottenham Hotspurs want to do everything possible to improve their roster in the next transfer market, and one of the pending issues is to strengthen the goal as Lugo Lloris no longer offers the same guarantees and doesn't even have a fan-favourite backup at the moment. This is why the English club decided to bet heavily on goals and go after a new goalkeeper who could greatly improve the squad. This is Mike Maignan. He has already started working to convince the French goalkeeper of AC Milan because they think he's the best goalkeeper to take over the position of Lloris, who will spend his last season with the Londoner team. Bayern Munich is very disappointed in Sadio Mane, who took over from Lewandowski. Bayern Munich's new target in the upcoming transfer process will be current Lille player Jonathan David, whom they tried to sign last summer without success. The Canadian continues to perform at an amazing level and looks set to take a big leap forward in his sports career. It looks like Bayern will have a hard time convincing Lille, one of the richest clubs in France, to sell Jonathan David. According to a report from South America, Liverpool plans to open the mouth for one of the most exciting talents in Brazil. Torcedores reported that the Reds were watching Flamengo attack midfielder Matheus Franca, who is also interested in Crystal Palace, Arsenal and Newcastle. The 19-year-old's position in the Rio de Janeiro team was reflected in his release fee of €185 million. Manchester City, which plans to add wings to its squad next season, hooked one of the most popular names of the last period. Manchester City was the last suitor of Portuguese star Rafael Leao, who carried Milan to the semi-finals of the Champions League with his football in the Napoli matchup. It has been stated that Pep Guardiola, which has wingers such as Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva in his squad, plans to add wingers to his team, and accordingly he has turned the route to the young star, whose contract with Milan will expire in the summer of 2024. In addition to City, giants such as Arsenal and Manchester United are also interested in Leao, who has a release clause of €150 million in his contract. The first terms of Sadio Mane, who transferred from Liverpool to Bayern Munich last summer, did not go as he wanted. It is claimed that Mane, who had a fight with Leroy Sané in the Bayern Munich locker room, will leave the team even though his contract expires in June 2025. According to the news in Bolivip, two European giants are already interested in Sadio Mane. Real Madrid and PSG want to sign the Senegalese player. The new address of Kim Min-jae, who has doubled his value due to his excellent performance in Naples, has been revealed. In the grip of English teams such as Manchester United, Liverpool and Tottenham, as well as PSG, Kim Min-jae's choice was Ada. Manchester United made headlines in the English press for Kim Min-jae, who ruled out the PSG option. The Red Devils will benefit from Kim Min-jae's €48 million release clause valid until mid-July. Rafael Leao's future remains one of the hot topics of conversation at San Siro before the season ends. Portugal's contract expires in the summer of 2024, and AC Milan is trying to renew it to protect it from the interest of many major clubs in Europe. La Gazzetta dello Sport reports that the Rossonero team will try to complete the refurbishment of Rafael Leao before the end of April. The Portuguese plan to stay in Milan due to the growth of the project, but it may be a matter of time before they leave if they fail to qualify for the next UEFA Champions League. Victor Osimhen's performance comes to the fore in Napoli, which is running for the championship in Italian Serie A. It was learned that the Premier League giants took action to transfer the star football player at the end of the season. The 14-year-old helped the Nets 14 times in 16 league games and helped 3 times. Osimhen had the joy of scoring once in 3 matches in the Champions League. The Nigerian player has entered the radar of Premier League teams, especially with his performance this season. Saudi Arabian team Al Hilal offered a 2-year contract for Sergio Ramos, whose contract was not renewed in Paris Saint-Germain, with a net annual €30 million. If the star player accepts the offer, he will be the rival of Cristiano Ronaldo, who plays for Al Nassr. Sergio Ramos was unable to play in most games in his first season as PSG due to injuries. The French press made comments that the experienced player chose the capital team for the money. Arsenal are interested in West Ham defensive midfielder Declan Rice. It has been reported that the English player is willing to transfer. Arsenal, which is taking firm steps towards the championship in the English Premier League, has already started planning the squad for the next season. According to the news on Give Me Sport, it was claimed that the Red Whites, who wanted to sign West Ham United's defensive midfielder Rice, sacrificed £80 million. It has been reported that the British player is also eager to join the London team. Liverpool have closely branded winger Bradley Barcola, whom they saw as potential as they took action for the summer transfer window. The Red Devils are gearing up for a busy summer with much-needed midfield and defensive reinforcement. However, the Reds, who thought of wing transfer as the place where reinforcements should be made, took action. Many European clubs have started to work to transfer the talented wing player born in 2002. Barcola, who forced his opponents with his technicality and speed, made a heavy start to the season, but later opened up and put the jersey on his back. The player, who has been in form with 5 goals in his last 8 games, seems to occupy the transfer agenda this summer. Now let's come to our real bomb news. Randal Kolo Muani is one of the names that Manchester United could target in this summer's transfer window. The French international striker is wanted by United, despite Eintracht Frankfurt demanding around €100 million for his signature. Last week, Frankfurter Neue Presse reported that he was particularly impressed with United's all-round play and that Muani was attracted by the team he supported when he was younger. Randal Kolo Muani has consistently demonstrated his quality throughout the season, even scoring in the World Cup semi-finals. The British press suggested that Arsenal and Manchester United will make great efforts to add Osimhen to their squad at the end of the season. Thank you for watching us.